Welcome back to Star Wars Nerds Unite, a discussion and review podcast for the casual fan.
And the serious fan.
And for every fan that exists. I'm timvanautreve, Washington resident, and your host. Joining me as always are Josh the Tosh Mason, internet famous.
Hi.
And Jennifer Van Autreve.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
We're all Washington, Illinois residents, and
We
we're here in Washington, Illinois at the Public Library
The main branch.
in 5 Points,
We're coming to you live.
to discuss Star Wars Reads Day. And so we're going to talk about a whole bunch of books.
We have a captive audience.
We do. I brought 3 of my kids,
So they have to listen.
and they're stuck here. They're reading J14.
What's J14 about?
It's like a teeny bopper magazine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Yana is splayed out across a table.
She's sitting on the furniture.
She's sitting
which
on the
is
furniture.
Normal decorum in Germany.
Here,
Like
let me see that
like
schedule.
somebody from a
Let me see the schedule, Tim.
schedule. Oh, here.
Star Wars Reads Day. They've done this for like 3 years now.
At least, yeah.
And
I think this is the 3rd year.
you guys did it alone without me the first year, but
Yeah.
it was in a different
Yeah.
location.
Is that so? They did a thing at the high school too earlier today. There was a book fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we weren't able to make that.
So that was when we've like kind of first started the podcast. We was really new.
I mean, it was
in
relatively
the
new.
30s or 40s. Yeah.
Yeah.
And last year we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But-
Everyone's schedule didn't work.
Yeah, so this year, I don't know what they did at the high school, but at
A book fair.
at the library, they have us. We're doing our live podcast, and they have a robotics team demonstration in another room right now.
And they have Star Wars Battlefront
They
on a
have-
projector.
Yeah, they
They
have.
say Battlefront 2.
Well, yeah, it's the original Battlefront and Battlefront 2, the old ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have kids outside in the library playing video games on this big screen. And they've got crafts going on. They've got a photo booth.
And there's refreshments.
Yeah, they're cute. They're like Star Wars names, like you know how they take
And there's a
something
scavenger
normal.
hunt?
Yeah,
Oh, man. We should be doing the scavenger hunt, not this.
but
I don't disagree with you.
anyway,
So what are we going to talk about?
We bought some books.
we were gonna give away some books to some people in the audience.
Thankfully, it's only my kids right now, which means that
We get to keep all the books.
And we paid for these with our Patreon funds and our nickel candies, right?
Yeah, we did. To give to little kids.
We got
That
like
likes that, that
a
like
variety of different books for different ages of children,
And they're all Journey to the Last Jedi.
and they were really good. I didn't read this big one because I didn't have time.
I read Leia, Princess of Alderaan.
So why don't we go through them one by one?
Okay, this is the very first one is called Star Wars, A Leader Named Leia. It has stickers inside.
It does. There's a giant picture on the front cover to tell you it has stickers. And it's reading level 2.
It's only level 2. This was my favorite one.
What is level 2? I haven't gotten to the reading levels yet.
Okay, it explains it back here. Kindergarten to 2nd grade.
There you go.
Simple storylines.
Kindergarten.
Pages level of reading? She's reading J14.
Yeah.
So that must be
She's
at least level
She's looking at
4.
the pictures.
Oh, okay.
There's not any serious articles in there.
A raccoon attack.
Does it give you studying tips? How to write cursive, right?
No, it gives her tips on dating.
It has
that's-
YouTubers.
Oh, good.
That's
There's a quiz that says, is your crush flirting with you?
Is your crush flirting with you? Good. I'm glad
Yeah.
that my...
And then it's,
Yeah, we came to the
11-year-old is
library
reading.
and that's
Yeah.
the one thing they're looking at.
your girl squad selfie style.
yeah. How to take better selfies.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you guys are reading that.
I'm just looking at pictures.
Let's get
All
back
right.
to
Okay.
Star Wars, A Leader Named Leia.
So, I think the title is kind of deceiving. If I had any complaints about this book, it would be that it looks like it's a Leia book.
It is
It
a Leia
is.
book.
It
It is
book.
not.
It
is an
100%
entire.
is a Leia book
It's a synopsis of all of the movies.
from Leia's perspective. Only the things that happen to Leia. They even leave out the part where Luke goes to Dagobah and hangs out with Yoda
Well,
because
on
it's such a
every
story about
picture.
Leia. The whole book is about Leia.
it's a really good synopsis of the entire
It's a really good synopsis about what happened to Leia
all the
in
movies.
the Star Wars movies.
It's
She's in every movie. Did you know that?
I did know that.
She's a main character too. A lot of stuff happens with her.
Yeah, but anyway, this was really good. I thought this like broke down the movies like so simply, so
Yeah.
quickly, like a really good synopsis.
And it covers all the way through The Force Awakens.
Yes, and it goes through each movie, and
Does it
even
show her being born in Revenge of the Sith?
No, it doesn't. But it
Missed an opportunity there.
it even goes through episode 7, and then it has images in here. For
You're gonna bend those stickers.
Sorry, it has images in here for episode 8. Has new characters. The new characters
the
in
new
the
characters from the Last Jedi.
yes, it has Admiral Holdo and what Akbar isn't new,
Akbar's not new.
but
Poe Dameron's not new. Rey's not new. Kylo's not new.
he's not. But this looks like it's from the new movie
Maybe.
because he
It
didn't.
could be.
Yeah, I think it is. And there's
It's
a
got
picture.
a scar. That's how you know. It's got the scar.
Yeah, and it's got a picture of Leia from the new movie.
And Poe looking stoic. And angry.
So how old for that book?
Kindergarten through first grade is what
Second grade.
Second grade.
Grade
Okay.
2,
I
yeah.
believe that. It had
Yeah.
some long paragraphs, but the words were nice and big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very simple sentences.
Yeah.
Leia is a leader. Leia is a rebel.
Boom.
I didn't think it was all that easy. Like some of the stuff, the names.
Was it a little tough for
Give
you?
it to me.
Do you remember
Some of the names
Do
in
you
the
remember
book
being
are
in
hard.
second grade?
Yeah, I read The Hobbit.
In second grade.
No, you didn't.
I'm pretty sure we didn't read The Hobbit in school until 5th grade.
I read The Hobbit in second grade.
All right, and then you think these are hard words.
Well, I don't know. The Ewoks helped the rebels destroy the shield that protected the new Death Star.
Have you ever read The Hobbit, Yana?
No, we don't read it in school.
Oh.
We always, they're just boring books.
Oh,
Like what?
The Hobbit is a boring book,
The
just so
Hobbit
you
is
know.
not a boring book.
Don't read The Hobbit.
I know. I'm just telling you.
Did
it's
you have
awesome.
to like where the red fern grows and Catcher in the Rye?
No,
Those are more English novels.
we read Wilhelm Tell.
Yeah.
Yes, stuff like that.
So was there all German novels or were there other European novels as well? Like A Tale of Two Cities or something from Dickens?
I think we read something from Dickens, but just one book.
Yeah.
I
There
liked-
you go.
I liked this book okay.
Yeah, it was good.
How many lightsabers? I didn't read it. I probably could have read it while we were going through this,
Yeah.
but I didn't read it, so
I was
going to
read it out loud on the podcast, and
No.
Josh
There's
does
no
not
value.
want
We're
me
not
to.
going to read it out loud on the podcast.
Fine.
I'd give it 6 lightsabers.
I'll give
Thinking
it
of it as a
7.
book to give to your kid.
What about, so you gave it 7. All right, what's
Yeah.
the next one?
So this is Power of the Force. And this one also goes through, not every movie, but it goes through several movies. But it's really from like all about the Jedi and Sith
Yeah.
perspective. And it talks about the Force and lightsabers and the difference between the Jedi and the Sith.
Does it have like Icy Spidey level of conversation on lightsabers?
It talks about the different colors. It does talk about the different colors. It talks about Rey finding Luke's
yeah.
blue lightsaber. It talks about how the red lightsabers are, the Sith
Yeah,
just
yeah.
have red. It
has
it
some-
talks about the Jedi Council.
It has some visual dictionary-like qualities too, where
Yeah.
it has giant
So,
pictures on every page.
Words
there's-
are a little
there's
smaller,
little-
a little more dense.
there's
Yeah,
little
this is
lines
definitely a
to
little
point to
harder.
each
This one doesn't
character.
have a reading level on it.
So that
though.
must be higher than 3.
Yeah.
So that must be higher than 3rd grade.
I actually found something out
What'd you
in
find out?
reading this book. It's maybe it's a spoiler. They're telling the children and nobody else, I guess.
I doubt it's a spoiler. It comes with a poster too. at
Yeah, it
the back.
does.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this page.
Uh-oh.
This is after Rey has.
We have to
Rey-
critique it after you're done, otherwise
Okay.
we're plagiarizing.
Okay. After Rey's been introduced and they talk about her fighting Kylo, there's a page about Luke, and it says, saddened by Ben's turn to the dark side and transformation into Kylo Ren, Luke traveled the galaxy in search of the first Jedi temple. Luke's journey took him to the remote planet of Octo, where he found the temple. Luke spent many years on an island there, living among the friendly caretakers and gentle porgs.
That's not... We know the porgs.
Yeah, but I didn't know that he was at the first Jedi temple.
That's what he... They said it in the movie. Han said, the people that know him said he went looking for the first Jedi temple.
That doesn't mean that we knew he found it, or that's where he was.
Why would they say that? He went looking for sliders from White Castle.
And anyway, and meditating on the Jedi and the power of the Force. And it has a little picture of a couple porgs.
Where are the porgs? Oh, down button.
Yeah. So, and I didn't know that that's where the porgs lived. They don't ever show the porgs yet.
They haven't yet.
Trailer.
But it's in a lot of the books. And so are the caretakers. The caretakers aren't in this book, but they're in books. None of the books that that we got.
In the same...
We got every Journey to the Last Jedi book that was out.
You didn't get the coloring books, though.
No, we didn't get the
And
coloring
you didn't
books.
get the absolutely everything you need to know about Star Wars.
No. We got the ones
So those
you can
two
read.
have the caretakers in it.
Oh, okay.
They're like little lizard nuns.
Oh, I think we saw them
Yeah, we
somewhere.
looked at a picture of them.
So,
How many lightsabers for
oh, that one's
the
pretty
power
good
of the
too.
Force? Includes a full color poster.
It explains the Jedi Council and...
Man, you bent this.
No, this one was messed up when we
Pre-bent?
got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
From Amazon?
We
This
got it a
one
little
came with
wrecked.
like weird marks in it and
Oh,
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I mean, this is definitely for an older kid that has ADD.
What are you talking about? This is what third graders and fourth graders
Yeah,
would read.
this
Oh,
is
okay.
probably third grade. It does
Oh,
have...
it's a picture. The poster is a picture of Rey.
Yeah.
pretty
It's
cool.
cool.
This
explains
is
a lot about
So
the-
one thing that I noticed about these books is like it gives you all these facts about Star Wars. Like
Yeah. Well, that's
It's
what
like-
little kids are interested
it's
in.
like they're inundating you with Star Wars so that you'll continue to be a fan forever, and they
But
can
that's-
continue their merchandising, marketing.
That's the level of penetration capable on a small child, though. Like, you can't tell a story because it just completely goes over their head.
I think that after I read these, I realized I should have read some kids' books on Star Wars when I first started.
Yeah. I should have started you out with some level 2 books.
I would have been like
Oh.
so far advanced already. I mean, like it talks about everything. It talks about all the really important details.
Maybe we should have
The
you-
only thing that I haven't.
I
That,
should have my kids read these.
So what you should do is there's golden books versions of the movies. So there's golden books, Attack of the Clones, golden books. We have a few of them, and they're great.
the only thing they don't ever talk about in these is they don't talk about Order 66 or the Clone Wars.
Yeah, they keep it.
They don't talk about the Clone Wars at all. They just
They
talk.
showed droids.
Yeah, but they
Books
don't.
are
But yeah, they don't
Droids.
talk about war and stuff like that. They keep that stuff out. Mm-hmm. So did you guys rate it?
Speaking of golden
I
books,
think-
our next book is a golden book. I would rate this one the same, 6 lightsabers.
It's a
g-
hardcover golden
It's good
Yeah,
for.
this
I mean,
is
it's
a
a
really
cheap
good
book
one.
and it's a fun one. It is very fact based about the Jedi. The next book is a big golden book,
It's
Tales
a
of the Force.
hardback.
What are you coming up here to take candy? You gotta answer a trivia question.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Yeah,
have,
put it back.
you gotta get candy. You gotta do a trivia question.
All right.
You got one?
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
All right, pull it up.
I assume you want like a level 1 trivia question, like easy one. What is the name of the space station that Luke mistook for a small moon? In
Yana probably knows. This. Wait, say it again.
what is the name of the space station that Luke mistook for a small moon in A New Hope?
The big weapon that he
Space
thought that
station.
looked like a moon.
It's on our card that you got.
That's not the name, right?
No, the
no,
name's
no.
not on there.
All right, Megan, what is it?
It's the Death
It's
Star.
the Death Star. This is from my kids that live with me.
All right, you can try another
Good
one,
job,
Paige.
Megan.
What is the name of the short green Jedi Master who trains Luke Skywalker? Yes, it's Yoda. She got Yoda.
Ask another one for Yana.
Who?
Something like just
Here's
A level 2
Here's
rating
one for
question.
Yana. Who is Han Solo's co-pilot on the Millennium Falcon, whom Leia once called a walking carpet?
Who does Han Solo fly with? What's his best friend?
Tall, brown.
Oh, the Harry Bear.
Yeah. What's his name?
The hair.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come in.
Welcome. Come on
Welcome.
in.
We're doing some trivia.
Trivia right now for candy.
I love these Star Wars.
Uh,
I
wish-
Leia sell blocks, so.
Oh, well, you might get some of these. I've got some easy ones.
that was hilarious.
So, Yana, what's his name?
The hairy bear.
The hairy bear.
Prizes for winning this thing?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are.
Do you
There's-
have any food allergies?
Nope.
Okay.
Then, yeah. There's definitely prizes.
We also have some stickers and some cards and...
Ooh,
We're-
Memorial Guard. I want it.
Okay, ask Yana another one. Oh, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
I
You,
have his face right here.
Oh, yeah.
I love this thing.
Or they call him Chewie also.
so, have you watched Rebels?
Huh?
Have you watched Rebels?
I say that Rebels is, no offense to Disney, I mean, they make great stuff, but they have mutilated Star Wars with Rebels.
But have you watched it?
Yes, I've watched some of it.
All right. Then I'll ask you a trivia question.
Alright.
And if you get it right, you can have some candy. What planet is Ezra Bridger from?
Oh, you're going to know that.
He said he knew trivia.
Lothra?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
close. It's Lothal.
Yeah, it's good enough. You can come get some candy.
We'll do more trivia later.
Yeah.
There's Kit Kats in here and peanut butter M&Ms and peanut butter cups.
We didn't talk about who wrote these books.
Does it
Oh,
matter?
yeah, because the artwork in this one's really cool. You can come
Yeah,
get some
Leader
candy.
Named Leia was written by Jennifer Heddle, and the art was by Brian Rood. What about this one?
The Power of the Force. The authors aren't even on the front cover. That's how unimportant
yeah.
it is.
No, they don't care about that.
Michael Siglin, and the art is by Brian Rood.
Yeah, he's the same one that did the art in the Leia book. So the art in this Tales of the Force Big Golden book is awesome. It's by Ron Cohey and others. There's like 7-8 artists on it, but it all looks like one
There's
style.
a lot of pages, and it's all got.
Yeah, there is. It's kind of
art.
a cool style. I don't know if anybody wants to come up. They can feel free to look at it.
Wow. So what's it about?
It's just about different instances in the Force where things happen.
Oh my god.
It's just,
This is the only one I didn't read.
it just talks
I
about
should-
it talks about the Jedi and what they do and different things that have happened to them.
All throughout
And then
the saga.
right, and then it talks about the Sith and different things that have happened to them. And the artwork is super cool.
It's like a cartoony style.
Yeah, and it's very
There's
Vibrant.
there's
Oh
the
yeah,
caretakers.
yeah. They look like like little lizard nuns.
and they talk about Octo in this book too.
And they got Snoke's Centurion guards.
Yep.
Ooh. Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. This one was easily my favorite.
So what grade level is this for? Looks like maybe
This one doesn't say.
4th or 5th grade.
But I don't know. This book
I could
reminds me
say
of something you would
third, fourth, but
You could
would
read to a
your
kid.
Yeah.
But what if a kid was to read it?
probably
Okay.
third or
Third,
fourth.
fourth,
It's cool.
maybe second.
It's got Yoda's girlfriend.
Who
Yaddle.
is that? Is that a
Yaddle.
real person? I mean, have they ever
I mean, it's
introduced
real
her?
as of right now. If it wasn't before, I have no idea. So how many lightsabers for that one? You're the only one that read that one.
I would give that
Yeah, I
one 9
didn't read
lightsabers.
that one.
It was real good.
Nice. So what's the last book we have?
This one is the Leia book. Well,
Who read
how
it?
old are you?
I did.
Like, almost 13.
Oh, okay.
About a week or so.
These might be too.
In about a week. Man.
These might be too young for you, but we have a book. This is all about the Force, and it talks about the Jedi and the Sith and the differences between them.
There are many differences, but there's also a lot of comparisons and similarities.
So-
And this is a very basic book, so
So this
Probably too young
this
for
Leia
him.
book by Claudia Gray. We had lauded Claudia Gray in the past because she did
Lost
Lost Stars
And Bloodline.
and Bloodline. This book was another good one in the series. It's good for teens, I think. Follows,
Did you read it or listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to it.
Yeah.
So it's 16-year-old Leia, and she is on Alderaan with her parents, her adoptive parents, and she has
Spoiler alert.
started to get into politics, and explains how she gets the title of senator as a junior politician, and she meets a boy.
What's his name?
I don't remember. But she
Is
she
it
has to go
Ezra?
through these trials.
It's
'cause
not Ezra.
she's gonna become the she becomes the princess. She can like take over as the queen from her mother. She has to go through these trials first. So the book goes over how she chooses to do humanitarian missions, and she keeps ending up in trouble. Like she goes to a planet and she ends up trying to help these people, but ends up causing problems because they'd worked out some other agreement and she messed it all up, and she ended up hurting people in the process. So it's kind of a coming of age story for her as she realizes that her actions actually have consequences.
It's pretty quick. Looks like a quick read.
It is pretty quick, but it's dense still. The story is. She falls in love and things happen.
So what is its connection to The Last Jedi? It says it contains clues about the upcoming.
I am unaware of any clue that it might have.
Okay.
I don't know how it relates to the actual new movie, but it's really good. It's actually one of my favorite Star Wars books that's come out.
Cool. How many lightsabers?
I would give it 8 lightsabers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's real good. 8 out of 10.
Have you guys, any of you read Star Wars books? The new ones? Any of the new ones?
Timothy Zahn.
Yeah.
I like his book called Legions about it does include Leia and stuff, but it's about this stormtrooper who, when the templates were they were done using clones for clone troopers, afterwards after the Battle of Camino, they decided to use templates instead, and they would find people. They would use templates to make new stormtroopers.
Sure.
But that was most of it. But they were different than the original clones in the 501st. If you ever wanted to find out the 501st story, I would advise you to play Star Wars Battlefront 2's campaign mode. But there's also these 5 stormtroopers who were all came off this planet that used to be a haven for pirates. So when the Empire came in and just all of them, they're like, we need to join them. So they go ahead, and these 5 guys, they join up, and each one of them is a different attribute. One's a scout, one's a sniper, one's main front line and all that. But then they're like, this isn't what we were imagining what we're doing. So they abandon the place, grab a Swan Tech, pretty much one of those really old ships, but has the firepower enough to knock out about a fleet. And they go around trying to do the best they can, while Mara Jade is trying to hunt down these terrorists or something. I forget. Meets up with them, and they have to take down this guy piloting a ATST around after he stole a shipment of them, about 50 or 60 of them, enough to take over a planet. And then there's Luke and Leia and Han and stuff trying to go on a diplomatic mission.
That's one book or one series?
One book.
There's a lot going on in that one book.
But what I like about it is it's kind of like the Redwall series, where there's 3 different storylines happening at once, and they all meet up at the end.
Yeah, a lot of Star Wars books did that. That was one of the few in the old storyline that I didn't actually read.
Yeah, my favorite Star Wars books, though, and Star Wars video game and Star Wars character would probably be Galen, or otherwise known as Starkiller, Darth Vader's secret apprentice. You might know him from Force Unleashed or Force Unleashed.
Yeah, Force Unleashed.
Both video games are completely awesome.
Yeah, they are really cool.
The video game is a bit short. It's missing out a lot.
I do remember it being short.
Yeah, there was it went 2 levels, you meet Yoda, 2 more levels, and you're done. It's 2 parts to each stage of this going. That's it.
So have
7 in total.
played any of the new Battlefront?
Oh yeah, my friend Jack, he has Star Wars Battlefront 3, and I was like, I've always wanted to play it, so I go on and I do it, and since I've had about 3 years of practice with Star Wars Battlefront 2, I smoke them.
Yeah.
But Star Wars Battlefront, the new Star Wars Battlefront 4, I'm really looking forward to, as it will be about the same graphics as the third one, but it will have even more ragdoll physics that are better controlled instead of glitching out.
Did you know that there's a book? So there's a campaign for the new one, right?
I don't know about the new one having a campaign.
It does.
It does?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
And
There's
so
a book, too.
there's a book there's a book called Star Wars Battlefront Inferno Squad.
Oh, I have another book about the third one.
Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront Twilight Company.
Yeah.
That's probably my second favorite book right there.
So you should read the Inferno Squad book. I just finished it. It's pretty
Get ready
good.
for it.
Because the campaign's going to be really interesting. Have you read any of the comic books that have come out in the last year and a half?
Probably not.
Yeah. So there's this whole
That's
whole
too
story.
nerdy for him.
Yeah. There's this whole story in the new canon that it's called Project Cinder. That is it's the Emperor's plan for when he dies, and it's really cool. And so Battlefront 2, the campaign is about Project Cinder.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if you're
Battlefront 4.
whatever you want to call it, they're calling it Battlefront 2. So that's what I'm gonna call it.
Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 came way before these two.
Sure.
I mean, yes, they had worse graphics, but the gameplay completely destroys that negativity. But these new ones, I mean, yes, they have good graphics, but they lose sight of the better gameplay sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they add new troops to the game, but they also lost some sight of the gameplay. Like Star Wars Battlefront 3, or as you people may know it, Star Wars Battlefront, also had...
You people.
I wouldn't say... I mean, I like how it has this cool new survival mode. That's cool. Yes, but it doesn't... As far as I know, it doesn't have much of a campaign.
It doesn't have any campaign.
Battlefront the new Battlefront does not have a campaign. Battlefront 2 does.
I mean, yes, you can go online, but after you do that, the gameplay, it's good.
Yeah,
It's cool that
gets
you can
boring.
do it, but
That's why we're also hyped for the new one that's coming out.
Rocket jumps, just do that. But once you've seen videos or done it yourself, there's about like 5 or 6 glitches you can do, or something funny you can do. But after that, it's just, yay, cool graphics. I'm done. Give me the new one.
Well, hopefully the next one will excite you more and you'll like it.
What's next? What's on
What
the
did you
docket?
just do?
Megan dropped her book.
Where's my book?
Oh my goodness.
No, you killed it.
All right, so let's go to letters. I think that's all the books we have, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are the four that we brought.
I think so.
Do you have any younger brothers or sisters that would be interested in these little kid books?
These little kid books.
Interested? Probably not. More along the lines of ripping up the pages, yes.
Oh.
But I think for my little sister,
They're real little
she
bit.
might read it, but she won't really be like, I'm so
Into it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Cool. Well,
I'm the one in the family. It'd be me, my dad, somewhat of my mom. My mom loves Ewoks.
Do you-
That's the main reason why she likes
do you want this book? This Leia book?
Would you like to read the Leia book? The young.
it.
It's pretty
I'm not
good.
Sure, I might read it.
Here, you can have it.
Oh,
It's
thanks.
yours.
Is it for free?
Yeah.
No, it's $18.
Oh, yay! Free 18
Or-
bucks out of my negative paycheck. Yeah. Because I got nothing in it.
All right, so we're gonna read some letters here. This one's from our buddy Randall. He says, "Hey, nerd leaders."
I thought it's a she.
Randall?
Randall. Isn't that like
Why do you think Randall?
I don't know. Never mind.
Isn't that like
First off, where's the new episode? I've been waiting for a few weeks and need my weekly dose of awesomeness.
So remember, these emails are very old.
Yes, they are.
These are probably from 2 months ago.
Basically, you all. Anyway, yes, I am gunning for the spot in Nerd Squadron, even though more people email more than me, but I'm still trying. I don't know if anybody does email more than Randall now. I have a Star Wars science question for Josh the Tosh. I know this is kind of disappointing question for a Star Wars fan, but what is the basis of the Force? I mean, it can choke and push people and allow people to jump high and also tame animals, so it kind of confuses me.
I could answer that question if you want to.
You go ahead, Josh.
I would say it doesn't. It's whatever the story needs, right? It's the classic lame story answer of the Force.
Whatever the story wants it to be.
Right. That
Yeah.
is.
Once a
So as soon as somebody who's in charge thinks the Force needs to be able to write calligraphy in space, it will.
So you want to know the point of the Force? Like, what's the point in all of it? Is that what he's asking?
No, he wants to know what it is.
Oh.
What actually composes the Force.
The Force is something written by George Lucas.
Yeah,
And there
exactly.
is your answer, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, do you all remember in the first episode when this amazing journey of Star Wars awesomeness started? You made the best synopsizer, I don't know how to spell good, Jen, say the first ever synopsis on Star Wars #1. I quote from 10 to Jen, "You are the Star Wars synopsizer, as we will find out." Guess that one came true. And to Tim, I got your back, Tim. Don't let them get to you.
So what you don't know, Randall, is we re-recorded
Yeah,
episode 1, like
yeah.
It wasn't that
a
far.
year
The real
later.
episode 1 was terrible. I had to put it to bed. So we re-recorded it and had Jen do the synopsis.
So that's why he put in that little nugget.
But she didn't do the synopsis
But
on
I-
the real first one. I
No,
don't
she
think.
didn't.
Do
No.
you have a camera recording all this, or is this just sound?
It's a podcast.
It's audio.
No, it's a podcast.
Yeah, there's
What's a
no
podcast?
camera.
It's like a radio drama that you download from the internet.
Oh, so it's radio. You listen to it, but you're not seeing nothing.
You don't see anything.
Yeah, just audio.
I watched a Clash Royale podcast, which makes no sense because then it's not a podcast.
a
But
It's a
Podcast.
vlog or a
no,
vodcast.
it wasn't a. I think podcast would be a good name for that. Yeah, you watch a Clash Royale. Like they took a Radio Royale and they put it on video, and they're like, "So we are now doing Radio Royale on video."
It's exciting. Anyway, thanks for reading this. Until next time, may the Force be with you. Randall out. Hashtag phone case for the win. Hashtag Summer of Comics is awesome. Hashtag Star Wars NU is the best. Hashtag Star Wars Star Synopsizer. That's what he meant to say. Star Wars or hashtag Xbox for life. And then he continues, even though he just finished.
No, this was 2 emails. I
Oh,
just
okay.
put them together.
Also, I have another question. How much do you think the Death Star costs to Darth Vader? I think an arm and a leg. Zing.
Seriously though, yeah.
But seriously, though, I also think it's cool how there are 2 personifications of Darth Vader. The light, who is Annie, and the dark, Darth. And the dark is overthrowing the light just like it was in the galaxy. And that the darkness grew in Annie just like the darkness grew in the galaxy. It is as if the light was Annie, and as the darkness grew, the light was pushed to the smallest group of rebels, but managed to revive the hope. Or I might be wrong, and I'm just overthinking this. I just started literature in school and trying to improve, so... Anyway, as long as this rant was or wasn't, may the Force be with you. 40-minute silence, then Wookiee roar. Hashtag
that was
darkness, hashtag light.
What episode was that?
A while ago.
The darkness pushing Anakin Skywalker and stuff like that. Actually, Anakin was balancing the Force, as in there were almost 3 mil. There's a lot of Jedi. There was over like 3,000 or such, and there's only like 2 Sith. How is the Force balanced there? So when he went around slaughtering Jedi, technically he was also balancing the Force doing it. Although the Jedi didn't see it that way as they were being killed. When you look back on it,
So you could say
see that the Force was being balanced this way, because as far as we know, there were only 2 Jedi appeared in the movies that were left, as Anakin went on to become the Sith Lord, and then he and Emperor Palpatine were the only 2 Sith left, not including any secret apprentices or stuff like that. And Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda were the last 2 Jedi left, so both sides were thus equally balanced.
but you're
But
you're assuming,
if you watched Star Wars Rebels and you didn't hate it so much, you'd see there was other
Yes, there
other
was
Jedi.
Yes, there were the Inquisitors and the
So you're taking it too literally that the Sith and the Jedi are some weight of measure on a scale
but it
in
is
the grand
also
scheme
how
of
it
things.
worked, too.
The Force is everywhere, right? So there's evil that is not the Sith, and there is good that is not the Jedi. So
In one video, though,
just killing off the Jedi does not bring balance.
Well, actually, in one episode of the Clone Wars, if you watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars,
Yeah.
Yoda goes to Korriban, and he talks to the Sith Lord of the Ancients, and he himself also states that that was what was going to happen. That he made the rule of 2 for the Sith, and that now the Force was unbalanced, and Yoda saw the future that Anakin would slaughter the Jedi.
Do you think that the Sith know the truth?
say the Sith know the most dire yet most basic truth. Like, it's the truth, but they're not willing.
Then why wouldn't they win? Why wouldn't they come out on top if they knew the truth?
Because really, after they do it, they would kind of get lazy, yes. But they were also.
So they lost because the Sith are lazy?
Yes, the Sith are lazy.
Okay.
No, the Sith lost in the episodes 5, 6, and 3, 4, 5, 6. I keep losing track now. But they lost because mainly they had no really will to fight. If you play Star Wars Battlefront 2, you'll find that the 501st themselves were bored of just watching, patrolling, having nothing but really raids to really keep them occupied. So when the Rebels got the cell, that was like, hallelujah! I'm happy to be being shot at again. So, yeah, you can see that they were just getting bored of doing literally nothing. But the Sith were also just looking for the Jedi. Yeah. And they knew and when the Jedi went and slaughtered the Sith went back, and then 2 more Sith popped up. So it's all getting back to the rule of 2 here. That the Sith are going back to the rule of 2. They can't get out of it because the Dark Lord of the Ancients made that rule, and now it's literally how he's completely altered the future, that it will almost always be the rule of 2.
I don't know if that's canon anymore.
The Clone Wars
I understand the Clone Wars is, but having it be a rule no matter what.
Well, the Sith are gone, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yay, the Sith are gone!
So this one's from Robin Arnold. Right, in the pilot, she puts Reese's. Josh, some episode this year you talked about a responsibility chart you use at work. Help me. What's the acronym? I thought you said it was Rice's.
It's Racy. I sent an email.
I totally need it at my new job. What's the acronym? What letters?
Responsibilities, action, something. I can't remember.
Oh, good. I got a new job. Thanks. As always, love the show. How are you doing, Jen?
Great.
And #BabyVA, #yet to be named, #don't let anyone.
Don't tell
anyone
until she arrives. Okay, may the force be with you. Robin from Chambana.
Well, secret's out. It's a he.
It's a he. And he does have a name.
Did we come up with a name that we agreed on?
What? Yes.
Did you name the kid Yana?
Yama? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Have you even told your kids yet?
Yeah, they know the name.
Your human beings?
You guys know the baby's name.
Oh, yeah. Can I ask a good question real quick? How do you get that Gamorrean guard over there?
How do you get the Gamorrean guard, Josh?
You got to answer the hardest trivia question.
Hit me.
Well, we'll do it at the end.
I got my iPhone ready. No, I'm joking. I don't.
Next letter's from Randall. He says, what is lightsaber?
I think
Hey, nerd leaders. To begin with, I agree with you on the fact that shooting games aren't that good on consoles, but I will have to disagree a bit because what about the awesome FPS games like Halo, Call of Duty, and Destiny? I'd like to hear your opinions.
They're garbage.
I like FPS games mainly because of the ragdoll physics when you kill someone.
I like the consoles.
The consoles are pretty
I just
garbage.
prefer consoles. It makes me more comfortable.
Mobile FPS is better than console?
No, we're talking about PC versus console.
Oh, you're talking about PC here?
So the main reason I'm writing in is about what are lightsabers made out of. I think that they are like energy swords from the Halo series and made out of plasma and held in that position by using magnetic fields. That's why you need the batteries pack like in the Proto Saber. They are the old version of the lightsabers and needed the user to wear a big and bulky battery pack connected to a wire. I got this from a video by Game Theory talking about energy swords versus lightsabers.
I got the answer to that one right there.
It's made up, right? It's Star Wars physics, so it doesn't matter.
You seem to be copping out on those science questions lately.
Because you can't answer them. They're not scientific. They're in the Star Wars universe.
I mean, it's literally has to be a light beam, right? I mean, it's shooting it through this crystal.
It doesn't have to be light.
The kyber crystals, which are made of force energy into metallic or form, that is put into the kyber crystal caves, where both Sith and Jedi go, but both go onto different sides of the caves where different crystals are at. So
that's
yeah, but
not,
that doesn't explain what the beam is.
That's not accurate anymore.
Energy from the light that is created from the kyber crystal gets kind of channeled into an energy.
Right, but what
sent
is
out.
that energy? That's what they're asking.
Probably, I would
Yeah,
have
we
to
have-
say one
Nobody
of the
knows.
We have no
highest
idea.
fires that is in the Star Wars universe. I don't even think that's in real life.
And also, I would like to address this long argument about the great Bendu. Here's what I got. Bendu was a Force-sensitive entity who resided on the remote planet of Adalon and claimed to represent the center of the Force between the light side and the dark side. So he is a being and not part of a group.
I think it's possible he could be a being and a group at the same time.
I agree. Anyway, that's long enough for me. Thanks for reading this long email. May the Force be with you. Randall out. Hashtag Summer of Comics is awesome. Hashtag Star Wars Nerds Unite 4TW, or FTW, he wrote. Hashtag Plasma Saber. And here's some photos I made. It's not as good as the wonderful work of Jesus, but here it is. And then I can't see the pictures.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't show up. They were showing up when I
When
posted
did he
them.
send that email?
A long time ago.
Well,
2 or
there's
3 weeks, 4 weeks ago.
well, there's one from September 3rd that I think you skipped from Mark.
This one's from Mark.
Oh,
In the pilot, it says, "Hey, SWNU crew. I just heard you read my email on the Force Friday 2 episode. I spell honor with a U because I'm Canadian. Josh reminds me of Guilfoyle, not because of his looks, but because of his on-air persona, his knowledge, attitude, etc. I just saw the new trailer for Season 4 of Rebels. It looks pretty interesting. It looks like Thrawn's Nogri henchman, Rook, will appear, as well as Krennic and Jen's favorite, Saw. I hope you guys can do weekly podcasts on the Rebels episodes so I can listen to you discuss them shortly after I watch them and not 6 months later."
So we'll probably do them in pairs, like they're going to be released on the... They're going to release 2 episodes a week.
when does it start?
In like this week, I
Oh,
think.
Jesus.
Or next week.
Oh, no.
We get
We're
sucked
gonna be so
into this
behind.
Rebels vortex all the time.
So I was watching, I decided to put on Netflix, and Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal. Saw Gerrera's in that.
Is
is
he?
he?
Yeah, Jen was like, "Ugh, I'm not going to watch that garbage." And then little
Good
did
thing I
did
didn't.
she know Saw Gerrera's in it.
Oh,
Next
don't like
email
Saw.
is from Chris. He puts in the pilot, was there even a time when these weren't called pilots?
No.
Chris is really funny.
Yeah, he is. He's the one that drew the diagram
I
on
know.
your parents' house.
I know who Chris is.
Hey, SWNU.
Hey, Chris, by the way, if you draw the back side of the house, the back door is always open. I found out this week. It does not shut, ever.
And how many inches is it open?
To a couple. Couple
A
inches.
couple
open.
inches.
Exterior
Literally their
door.
back
100%
door
of the time.
No screen door.
open 100% of the time.
Well, they never leave.
That's mostly true. I don't think everybody's ever gone.
No, they're not old enough to go to Florida. They're not.
Not old enough to go
I mean,
to Florida.
he probably thinks they're like, what,
100.
snowbirds? What are they called?
Yeah.
Hey, SWNU.
But the opposite of snowbirds.
Just wanted to say thanks for making the packing before I move go by quickly. Just listened Friday to the episodes while I packed my life up in boxes. My birthday was Thursday the 31st, so it was like you had left me an awesome gift. First, I'd like to apologize to Jen's dad. I'm not really making a toothpick model of your house. Nothing to see here. Move along. Secondly, I had to stop packing because I was laughing so hard when Tim was saying that he treats the people asking IT questions better. Realized his mistake and just started backing up with the email. Lols. Hope all is well. May the Force be with you.
I hate moving a lot.
Moving
I
is
do too.
awful.
It's the worst.
I don't think I'm ever going to move again.
Next email is from Ben. Ben L. Says Millennium Falcon Fever. Hi, SWNU crew. Plain old Ben saying hello. It's been a long time since I last emailed. After listening to the Force Friday episode and hearing all of the Millennium Falcon talk, I just really wanted to share something with you. I can't believe you sold your Falcon. Did you
can't.
tell it on the podcast?
No.
Josh got the new Falcon, the UCS Millennium Falcon Lego, and then he sold it.
Yep.
How much did you make?
I'm not going to disclose that number.
Why?
Because it's a shunned upon act.
So you feel
I don't feel
you
shame.
feel shame.
I don't feel shame.
You're
He
worried
doesn't
about
want to brag about how much he made off of somebody.
Correct.
Some sucker out there. They might be listening.
he profited greatly from his UCS Falcon.
And I will, as soon as they're for sale again, I'll order another one.
What are you going to do with all that scratch?
I'm going to pay for a UCS Falcon.
And In my last email, I told you I would have a surprise. Unfortunately, I was unable to deliver last year. I'm now back on track for final delivery the week before the Last Jedi is released. So here it is. I'm a hobbyist, and I love building complex, interactive, robotic, and immersive kids' beds. Oh, man, this is an old
Did you
email.
see the pictures, or you just looking? Okay.
No, I saw them.
They're pretty cool.
I have attached previous builds. Now, most importantly, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and my son is turning 4, so I'm building him a Millennium Falcon bed. It will have a drop-down landing bridge complete with audio, lights, and smoke effects. It is going to have a cockpit that fits 2 kids and will have controllers for a fully articulating laser cannon. Of course, I will also include a position-controlled radar dish and an interactive hyperdrive. I'm so excited about the build and really wanted to share this with like-minded fans who might appreciate this journey. I'll keep you up to date, and if you have any ideas or suggestions, I'm all open for input, as I want this to be epic. Perhaps I can release the plans and coding to SWNU as a special once it's done. Still listening and love your podcast.
I think that it has to break all the time.
The bed?
There constantly has to be something that's broken that the kids need to fix.
I love the
The hyperdrive
Yeah.
stops working. The
One of
laser
his-
cannon won't turn.
one of the pictures he sent of his old builds or whatever is this like fairy tale bed for girls, and it has like a swing next to it, and there's like it's like you're sleeping underneath trees, and the trees have little lights.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
You should make that for your son.
And then there's this huge castle one. I want to know what's up in this tower.
I assume you can climb
His
up.
builds are ridiculous. I
This
it
would
looks-
take up like an entire room.
Yeah.
If you build something, I would advise
It
you
has,
you
like-
should build like a whole entire room that is completely devoted to the inside of the new Death Star that Snoke is going to be using. So it literally looks like one gigantic super laser weapon that Snoke built is going to be building in the next episode.
A super laser
Like,
kid's
you know how
bedroom.
there's Darth Vader's
His
personal
egg.
ship, his
It's his egg.
Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah. The
Snoke's is
executor.
humongous compared to
I re-looked at these pictures, and it shows like the tower like partially built, and it's like a spiral staircase, and it has like a fake fireplace inside of it. It's freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
He
Oh,
says,
so cool.
thanks for your dedication. OMG, I totally forgot. Tim, I know you are a soccer player and fan. I'm building a soccer stadium bed for a 2-year-old boy who has just finished chemotherapy and is currently in remission. Yay.
He is neither a soccer player nor a fan.
He's not ever gonna play soccer again.
That's not true.
First of all,
I blew out my knee,
a few,
but I didn't
a
actually
few
get it
weeks
blown
ago.
out.
He likes
I-
to run around and act like he can kick a ball.
I can't kick
Well,
a ball.
no, he
I
likes
can
to
get in the
run
way.
like he likes to run towards the ball as fast as he can.
Stand in the way
And then-
chase after it when he gets.
It's like he gets
People
as close
pass
as he
him.
can and then doesn't kick it.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
No, but the reason I'm saying that is because you got so hurt last time.
I did. I hurt my knee real bad.
We thought he was going to need surgery.
Yeah, I hyperextended it. I have a
he has
sprain in my
he has
MCL.
a bruise on his bone.
I have a deep bone bruise.
Deep.
Super
Extra
deep.
He did actually say it's like he says a very significant.
Even the
deep
marrow is
bone
sad.
bruise.
I think I'll pop the question one more time. How do you get that Gamorrean guard? It looks so cool. I want on my nightstand staring.
Oh, well, we're going to do more trivia. When we do trivia, you could get it.
Longer.
How many more emails do we have?
Probably not a whole lot more.
We'll do
you
a-
want to do a couple more?
We'll do a few
Sure.
more emails and then we'll do some trivia.
This bed is going to have an electronic soccer skills game where panels will light up and you have to kick a ball into the correct one before the time runs out. Your score gets recorded on a scoreboard above the bed. It will have heaps of other fun little features too.
That's cool.
And then he sends in progress shots. Thanks again, guys. Keep up the great work. I want to see pics of the bed, the Falcon bed.
He said he's going to send more.
This one's from Jace. He's talking about Force Friday 2. Hey guys, Nerd Jace signing in. I want to first start off by saying that I don't know what was up with your Toys R Us, but I got the free tee and poster.
We got him the next day.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
they're
had
just
a
a day
delay.
It was a pretty cool t-shirt. I got almost all the same things as you guys did. I had a lot of fun with my girlfriend. I got her started on Star Wars, and you guys helped her a lot with how to easily understand many of the things in the Star Wars universe, especially Jen.
Aw, thanks.
She really likes how you give a really simple version of everything in all the media.
Really simple. That's me.
So there's a high school
Yours is the
there's a high
opposite.
school girl that listens to our podcast now
Yeah?
too.
Besides all the high school girls in our house, I listen.
Oh yeah, all of our high school
All
girls
of them.
listen to the podcast.
Even though I'm not a high schooler.
She watched A New Hope for the first time and she loved it. So I just want to thank you guys personally for helping me to spread the love of Star Wars to others. You're welcome. Did you guys buy any of the new novels for Force Friday? Yes, we did.
And we just gave one away.
Yeah, we did. I started the Phasma book last night, and so far so good. I read the Phasma, or I started the Phasma book. It's pretty good.
Tim said it's better than Thrawn.
Yeah.
Better than all of the Aftermath.
Yeah, the Aftermath.
I mean, Aftermath's not hard to beat. I started, what's it called? From a Certain Point of View. I started that yesterday.
That's the name of a Star Wars book?
Yeah, it's like 40 short stories.
40?
40. 40. It's a lot. They're like
Wow.
each chapter is a short story.
Are they in canon?
Yeah.
Cool. I hope to hear some reviews on these books soon. Well, you guys are the best. Jen, I hope that you get feeling better than you have lately.
Thanks.
We all love you a ton and can't wait for your little youngling. Hope you all have a good weekend and may the force be with you.
There's lots of voice actors.
Oh, Matt Fraction? Hold on, let me see that.
It's like tons of...
Jeffrey Brown. He's a comic book guy.
Yeah. There's comic
Paul
book guys.
Dini. Ooh. Ashley Eckstein.
novel authors.
Matt Fraction. Christy
Ashley
Golden.
Eckstein
Claudia
is-
Gray.
she's
Pablo
a-
Hidalgo. Paul Kemp.
What does Ashley Eckstein
She
do?
plays Ahsoka.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, why is she on? She wrote a story?
Greg Rucka.
Haven't gotten to her chapter yet.
Charles Soule. Oh, man. Will Wheaton writes one. Chuck Wendig. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Next one is from our buddy Jeff. He says, hey, nerds. So first off, big fan. Josh is the hottest of the hosts.
Correct.
Question. I love Rogue One. Do you think the reason the rebellion had such a small force during the first Death Star battle was because of the devastation during the Battle of Scarif?
Yeah. It's one of the reasons.
Yeah, the other reason was because they needed to be nimble to penetrate the defenses. Little gnats could get in.
Yavin was we learned from Rebels, Yavin was the first time all of the splinter groups even came together.
Do you think the director planned this for Rogue One?
I
think the writer.
director.
The writer did. Planned it.
Did you know that today is Jeff's birthday?
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to go to Acme with him today.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jeff.
Hey, here's a happy birthday joke. Where did Jedi go to get their hair combed and get all this cool new outfits?
Where did
Where?
they go?
To the Darth Maul.
Oh man.
But on
A little Star
thanks.
Wars dad
Yes,
joke.
Friday 2 was fun.
You want to do trivia now?
I could just do one more letter and then we'll be
Let's do one more letter
done.
because then we'll get up to an hour.
Oh, this
Oh,
one's from
okay.
Chris. He says, hey guys, sorry I haven't been in touch in a while because I'm catching up. I feel stupid emailing you about things you talked about
What's
a couple
funny
months ago.
is we've already read a Chris email in this episode.
Right.
So
On episode 114 now, so I will be a month and I will be caught up, I think, if not sooner. Can I mention the wasp attack? Tim, I don't blame you for screaming. I'm terrified of wasps. Was pretty funny, though. Josh, I use a phone case because on my phone, or I use a phone case on my phone, but not to protect it. I use one for decoration. Got a sweet Star Wars one just now.
why don't you use a wrap instead of a case? That way you get all of the decoration without any of the stupid heft.
Maybe he does. Maybe he's just using...
He said a case.
But it... Okay.
He said he uses a case for decoration. I'm criticizing that decision. If it's for decoration only, get a wrap.
Hey Jen, hope you're feeling okay with the pregnancy. As I mentioned before, my girlfriend's pregnant just now, so too, with our second baby, and she's having really bad sickness in the mornings.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So glad I'm a guy. Haha. He's
Thank
laughing
you.
at me.
I'm doing a little better.
The baby's coming soon.
Like, is it still expected early or
No,
full
no.
term now?
Hopefully it'll go the full term.
So still 2 months.
Yep, I got the room done officially.
Officially done.
Question for you, and answer honestly. If you were powerful with the Force, would you be dark side or light side? I would want to be light side, but I'm fueled by emotions sometimes, so I would probably be dark side. Maybe even like Revan, a little bit of both.
Light side.
Jen?
I would not want to be a Jedi. I think I would be like Ahsoka.
Do you think
I
that?
would think.
Ahsoka,
I think I would be a Force user, and I would not conform to any of those dumb Jedi rules.
So would you be a Asajj Ventress then? Because later in the
Oh,
timeline,
man.
she becomes a bounty hunter, but uses the Force.
Maybe
always-
I could be a bounty hunter. I think.
Yeah, you definitely could do that. I guess I would be light side.
You are very emotional, Tim.
Yeah.
I am. I think I would be light side, but I think I would
You would
eventually
fall.
become dark side. Still
You
loving the
would
podcast
fall.
and keep up the amazing work, Chris. Heard my first email is being read out on episode. This is like another
Yeah.
email, but we're combining it. Read out on episode 118 was amazing. Sorry it took so long to respond to it, but I'm very close to catching up. Jen, was great to hear your son spend time in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Do you remember which part of Edinburgh he stayed in? Hope you're keeping well and the baby is doing great. Tim, did you download Galaxy of Heroes?
You're not gonna let her answer?
I'm gonna text Nolan real quick because I forgot to ask him.
I tried Galaxy of Heroes. It was fun at first, but when they added the new heroes and stuff, I was just like, how am I supposed to keep up with all this?
So-
Just like the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I haven't downloaded Galaxy of Heroes
Me
yet,
neither.
but
So I think
conceptually I think it
Would
looks
you call
fun.
yourself Star Wars nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a crappy mobile phone gamer nerd though.
Can't tell you how much I like your podcast, and part of me is sad that I'm catching up because then I will have to wait on them instead of lots of them on hand. Keep up the great content. You will be hearing a lot more from me very soon. May the force be with you, Chris. P.S. Did I get a nickname? Not that far yet. Ha ha.
Okay, Nolan just texted me back. I asked him what part of Edinburgh was he in, and he said downtown and a suburb called Gore Bridge.
There you go.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know where my son
What
was.
if you find out that he was like Chris's aunt's neighbor
I don't
for
know.
a week?
He stayed with a really nice family. That's all I know. They had one son. I think they only had the one. And it wherever he stayed, it was like outside of town, but they could just take a bus or a train really, really easily. I think it was a bus to get right downtown anytime they wanted. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have public transportation.
Yeah.
Trivia time, right? Thanks for all the letters, guys. We have a ton more that we are way behind on, so we'll get those caught up in the next few episodes.
All right. So this I'm gonna start with something that's hard,
Yay.
and we can walk
Is
backwards.
this for the Gamorrean Guard?
Sure.
Yay.
All right. What is the model number?
Can we answer too?
Sure.
Do you want that?
I do kind of want the Good Morning
I'm not
Guard.
gonna.
I'll play you for it.
Whoever answers this first wins.
Oh, wait, you have to raise your hand.
He has his phone and his computer. I got my
What?
brain.
He's not.
I'm not cheating.
I can see if he cheats. What is the model number of Boba Fett's ship?
Ooh,
IT's 94, IT 60.
I have no idea.
Not the name of the ship.
Not the name of the ship. Everyone knows the name.
I don't know the name.
The
His name's like something.
yeah, the model number. I have a
Why
Star
would
Wars
anybody
Tops
memorize the
trader
model
card.
number?
It shows me
This
the
is
model,
the
but I
hard
don't remember
questions.
it.
I'm gonna ask hard questions. I'm gonna start hard and we'll work backwards until people
What?
can.
We just got some new guys. Anybody know the model number of Boba Fett's ship?
Stuff, like, had the starship, and I read it like 3 days ago,
No.
and it's like, you know it.
All right, we'll take a step
Go
back.
back and ask some easier ones.
I know it's
He's stepping it down.
I'm gonna
just a
step
little.
it back.
Yeah, they're doing really good.
This one's slightly easier. What company manufactured Boba Fett's ship?
Is this all about Boba
You could
Fett?
start with a planet. What planet was it
Mustafar.
manufactured on? No.
It's Sullust.
No. You guys are not very good at being
It's been
Star Wars
forever
nerds.
since I last checked out Boba Fett.
Ask a question that doesn't have to do with Boba Fett.
Thank you.
These are the level 3 questions.
Start at level.
You want another level 3 question?
I- Start
How about
at-
you tell us the answer to that question?
Stop Boba.
Okay, so it's a Fire Spray 31 is the model, and it's made by Kuat Systems Engineering.
Oh,
Man, I
cool.
don't even remember like the Jango Fett thing, how he got the ship.
Yeah, and then he destroyed all the other versions.
he
Yeah,
destroyed all the others and then he got his.
yeah.
And then it's like, I'm gonna.
That's not canon
Yeah,
anymore.
I know, sadly.
They're all over the place, the new canon.
It's okay.
What is the name of the Star Destroyer that first discovers Thrawn in exile? These are hard ones.
This is Rebels?
No, this is from the new Thrawn
This is
novel.
From the Thrawn novel.
You're never gonna get it.
Go start at level.
Let's start with
2
this one.
reading.
We'll do level 2, but again, this is new canon, so you might not know it. You'll know this, so you can't answer.
Okay.
What planet are Thane Kyrell and Ciena Ree from?
Oh, I know this one.
Oh.
Do you know who they are? Do you know who Thane Kyrell is?
Yeah, it's from a book. It's from Lost Stars.
a new novel.
You should read it. It's
a
awesome.
really good book.
That's where they both joined the Imperial Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I answer it?
Yeah, you can.
Do I
answer.
win the toy?
No, you get candy if you answer it right.
Jello can.
Yep, they're from Jellican.
You guys can have some candy if you want.
I don't deserve candy.
All right.
Yes, you do.
Who is the voice actor for Kanan Jarrus?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
There it is.
Yay!
You can have the Gamorrean if you want it.
All right, cool.
That's all yours if you want it.
Thank you. All right. I just came here to work today.
I even
there you go.
asked that because you hate Rebels.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
FPJ.
All right. Do you guys watch Rebels?
Star Wars Rebels?
I'm
No.
not, I'm not like an avid watcher of it. I
Yeah.
catch up on it.
But you're an avid Freddie Prinze Jr. fan?
You just follow his career.
She's all that.
You do know Freddie Prinze.
All right. This is for candy. What's the name of the orange and white droid that rolls around?
Yay!
You want
come
Kit
up.
Kat or like Reese's?
Or do you have any food allergies?
I
This
missed.
all has peanut butter in
Here. You can have two. Don't eat those if you're allergic to them.
I think you would know if he's allergic to.
You don't know.
Bum, bum, bum.
What planet is Rey living on at the start of The Force Awakens?
Jakku?
You want candy? All right, this is a comic book one. You're not comic book people, right? You have read comic books?
New stuff or?
New stuff,
New
yeah.
stuff.
Who is the space archaeologist who befriends Darth Vader in the Vader comic series?
Oh my word, I know this one. Oh, his name.
The lady?
Yeah, it's not a he.
Oh, it's not a he. I was thinking.
She has a PhD.
Yeah.
That's in question.
I thought it was a he.
Can I answer it?
Yeah, you can answer
It's
it.
Dr. Afra.
Yeah, it's Dr. Afra.
Oh my word, that's in Star Wars.
It's in Vader, the comic book.
That's in Star Wars Force Arena.
Oh, is she in it?
Yeah,
She's in that game?
She's his unique. If you put her with Darth Vader, you get an extra combo attack bonus for it.
Yeah, she helps Vader. She's awesome.
She works for him.
What's the name of Hera Syndulla's ship in Rebels?
Ghost.
Good job.
Finally got it.
Do you want Kit Kat or Reese's?
Kit Kat, sorry.
Or I guess there's M&M.
Yeah, there's peanut butter M&Ms too.
I'll take the M&Ms.
All the rest of these are too easy, or they won't
They're not
know.
too easy. Just do
This
it.
guy's got Trump's hair.
What are the spacefaring whale-like creatures called in Rebels?
The what?
The whale-like spacefaring creatures in Rebels. They look like space whales.
That's what I call.
I don't believe so.
The nebulae.
No.
A nebula.
This isn't easy. What are they called?
We've talked about this.
I just call
A
them the
number of-
space
Yeah, I just call them
whales.
space whales too.
They're called Purgil.
Oh, we never call them that.
Yeah, we did.
Call them your whale buddies.
What color is Ezra's second lightsaber?
Blue? No, green.
You already have candy.
What?
And you guessed. You second guessed. Ezra's second lightsaber is green. His first one's blue. That's all I got for now. The other ones
That's
were
all
the
your
easy
questions?
ones.
Just
Yeah.
do the easy ones then.
Okay. The Chewbacca one we already did. So I went through all of them. All the ones that I wrote down.
Do some from your
Find
head.
some online and
Yeah,
Google
you said you had them all in your head.
I
You
have
said,
lots in
got
my
'em
head. What are we
brain.
going to give away, though?
We have tons
Give
of
more
candy.
candy.
And we
we
have
could
some
just
books.
give away candy.
Does anybody...
Is anyone interested in books for children?
Yeah, you guys are... If you have little brothers or
If not,
sisters...
we're just going to give them to
The library.
other kids or the library.
Yoda looks like a mouse that was crossed with a toad on the Star Wars Tales of the Fourth picture.
I think that's reminiscent of the Clone Wars stuff.
Clone
All right.
Wars, he had less hair
I think that's it.
on his top. He had more
That's
around
it
I
for
think we're done.
our live show.
Thanks for coming to our show. You guys can come up and get candy.
We have lots of candy, though.
Yeah, we have tons. Yeah,
May the
you
force
can
be
come
with
get
you.
some.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
Did you hear that? We're doomed.
This podcast is a part of the BenView network.
You can find this and other podcasts like it at BenViewNetwork.com.